Enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tones Over Things It, the show where I think too much to make up for the people who don't think at all. Today we'll be watching Delete Laws, aka Chillie DeCastro, aka
a bull artist,
give some really bad advice.
Way this trifold to as many people who will buy it. So you want to use this when you get pulled over. I sell these for $25, or you can get it for $5. This is what I do. I sell products to you guys so that you guys don't have to deal with the cop if he pulls you over.
Okay, we're already off to an interesting start. Chillie, are you about to cry? Because it doesn't sound like you're pitching something. It kind of sounds like you're begging. Come on, man. That's beneath even you. Have some pride, have some confidence, have some dignity in your work.
I took the time today because I got new registration today, and so I took the time. This is a laminated copy of my driver's license. This is a copy. It's a photocopy of my driver's license. I can take this off. You can see the strip. I can take this off. You can see all the stuff. I did this, my driver's license, and my insurance and proof of registration on the back here, so that when I get pulled over by a cop, all I have to do is give this to him, and he has all the information without taking my actual driver's license away from me.
You know, I'll be honest. At face value, it doesn't look like too bad of an idea. I mean, you have the convenience of everything you need to give to a police officer in the event you're pulled over. Except there's one small problem. Most states will not accept a picture of a driver's license because by law you are required to present a valid driver's license. So having a laminated photocopy of it is pretty much useless because they can't accept that. So that means someone who's dumb enough to fall for this idea is going to hand this over to police, and when police ask for the actual driver's license, they're going to think that they don't have to give it to them. And we all know what happens in plenty of videos where people refuse to give their driver's license at a traffic stop.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Oh, damn it! Listen, this is so easy to do, and if you guys haven't done this yet, you have to get this done. Your stuff should all go right here. So now you have your trifold here, which you can get on Delete Laws. If you can afford it, you should buy it. This is an indestructible paper one that I sell that ships out of Santa Monica. But you use this right away, the cop's gonna walk up to you and he's gonna say, hey, where are you going? What are you doing? So let me show you the process. You get pulled over, you got your trifold, and you got your driver's license, registration, and proof of ID right here.
Can I just say, if you have to be this prepared for cops pulling you over frequently, have you thought maybe that the problem is with you?
It doesn't matter if you hate cops. What matters is you invoke your rights, and here's how you do it. He comes, knocks on the window, license and registration. I'm not gonna say a single word. I'm gonna pull down my license, registration, proof of insurance, and I'm simply gonna hand this to him. Here you go, officer, I hope you're having a great day.
So much for not saying a word, but then again, you do struggle to stay quiet for more than a few seconds. Well, that and your persistent mugging for the camera. I mean, seriously, do you struggle to look people in the eye? Do you have that low of self-esteem or lack of confidence? What is it?
Here you go, officer. He takes my driver's license, proof of registration. He's gonna take this and look at it because he hasn't seen it before. Because he's not very smart, so he doesn't understand that you don't have to physically give him your driver's license.
wrong.
Again, yes you do. Every state has it in their vehicle codes that you must present your driver's license, a valid driver's license, at a traffic stop.
He never studied the law. He didn't read the statute that says you have to present your driver's license. And if he says, give me the real driver's license, you say, it's right there.
You're effectively setting people up to get into trouble when they think that it's okay to not give their driver's license to a police officer on the basis that they think the police officer doesn't know what they're doing.
It's right there. And now he's going to say all kinds of things to you. I have my real driver's license here. I just don't want to give it to this filthy animal.
You are the leading asshole in the state.
Because he's going to take it. Okay, so then after that, what I'm going to do is, after he has this slip, it doesn't matter what he says, because right after that, I'm going to show the trifold bottom piece. You don't have to answer questions. I'm going to show this right to the camera, and then I'm going to go just like this. I'm going to put it right on the glass so he can read it. Do you see? Do you see how that works?
Yeah, we've seen how that works, and we see the results. Just ask any sovereign citizen. Or do I need to play the safe light gag again?
Now, you may get a filthy animal that tries to demand your driver's license. Okay, that's fine. Grab your driver's license that you also have right here. Put it right on the glass. Here's my driver's license. He doesn't need to take your license. He has a copy of it. You don't got to get in a big back and forth. The guy's a total dick and demands your license. Just give it to him. Here you go.
Then why not just do that from the beginning? So far, this entire process that you're proposing seems to only exist for the purpose of creating a situation of unease and possible conflict. I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I feel like all this stuff he's pitching and trying to sell you is useless.
But then now everything is on film. You slowed down the whole stop. You slowed down everything. And so the reason why you show this, to the camera is so that the judge can see later that you invoked your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You showed that dirty pig in writing that you don't have to speak to him. And you indicated Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment.
Okay, I'm willing to concede the point that you don't technically have to say anything to a police officer during a traffic stop. That is your Fifth Amendment right. And unlike the subject of today's video, I admit that I'm not a legal expert. But even I know that you are still required to provide certain information when requested. Specifically, documentation, a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, your vehicle registration. That information is not incriminating. Unless, of course, you have outstanding warrants, you're a wanted fugitive in 2 states for failures to appear, and you just don't want to tell the cops your name because they'll find out, then maybe I can understand why you wouldn't want to give that up. But what I can tell you is, that's not going to make the traffic stop go any faster, nor any more in your favor.
Let's go through it one more time. Cop comes up, knocks on my window. That's how they knock on your window, like your window doesn't matter. Like if they crack your window with their ring, it doesn't matter to them because it's not their window and they don't care.
Yeah, that's only a problem for people who willfully and stubbornly refuse to roll their window down or even acknowledge the officer's presence until they have to get their attention. The rest of us normal people typically don't have that issue.
Just like that. And then he says, you know what? I think I smell marijuana in your car. So you're just going to turn the trifold over right here where it says I smell marijuana. There's the current case law out of Pennsylvania. And you show them right there.
So what if you happen to be in one of the other 49 states? Do you print 50 different versions with cases that are relevant to whatever state the person using them is in? This is why we have frauditors attempting to cite the Bain Act in any state other than California.
This is how you make sure you beat the stop. Anything he's going to say will be at the top of your trifold. You can't park on the highway. So say you break down on the side of the highway or one of your friends is being pulled over and you want to make sure that dirty pig isn't going to kill him. So you pull over on the highway too because that's your cousin, your sister, your brother, your lover.
Or all of the above, perhaps, if you're the kind of person who thinks this stuff's legit.
Then what you do is you pull right over to the side of the road and then you film that dirty pig with your phone. And if he comes up and says, hey, you can't be here right now, you show him right here. No highway parking. I can park on the highway. And I would even read it. Tech Lines versus Danforth. The right of a citizen to travel on a public highway equates to life, liberty, and property.
No!
Okay, besides the fact that you're citing a state Supreme Court case that's only applicable to that state, and was a tort case, not a criminal case, the case doesn't actually say any of that. Tech Lines versus Danforth was about whether or not a bus was not parked far enough off to the side that it was therefore liable when someone rear-ended it. Nothing about filming police, and nothing applicable to being pulled over by police. Any other useless, irrelevant information you want to share?
You can revoke consent in the middle of the search. And that's going to be from U.S. versus Williams 2018. The holding says because the subject of a consensual search has control of the search parameters, he can restrict or terminate the search entirely.
U.S. versus Williams in 2018 has nothing to do with revoking consent for a search. The case was an appeal to suppress evidence that was found in a search conducted on someone who was on probation and therefore had to submit to compliance checks. And they lost. The conviction and thus the evidence and the search that was conducted to obtain it was all affirmed. So not only are you citing a case that has nothing to do with revoking consent for a search, you are citing a case that actually validates a situation in which consent cannot be revoked.
But you have to have this handy, because unless your shirt says constitutional law scholar on it and you've had face-to-face with these filthy animals on a regular basis.
Oh, blow it out your ass.
Okay, that's about as much as I can take, and I got 4 more days of this to look forward to. So what do we take away from this? We have someone who thinks they're actually doing a service by sharing this information and telling people these are the magic words you need to get out of trouble, when in fact it's the opposite. If you follow these instructions, you are asking for trouble. And to what end? All this is going to do is get a bunch of gullible people probably thrown in jail. And for what? So you can get a few bucks out of them before that happens? Or do you legitimately believe in all this stuff, Chillie? I mean, half the time I can't decide if you're a con man or a lunatic. But one thing I could say for certain, your advice is of no help to anyone. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you see here and you want to see even more in the future, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section. I always love to read them. Till next time.
Oh, you want? Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Playboy? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Okay, I got to get out of here. What the hell was that?